Hello, welcome or welcome back to K May Crochet. My name is Karen and I am a crochet artist here on YouTube, and I'd love to share things all related to crochet. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's date is September 4th already. I can't believe we blew by August. It's crazy. But here we are, and I am looking forward to cooler weather. Today, time is 12:33, and I wanted to come up here, pardon me, to share all the things I've made for the past year. This is part 4 of that series. And so it's been a long journey. Um, like I said, I had retired, um, and so I picked up crochet again and fell in love with it, as you can tell. Oh, my yarn, yeah. So anyway, I just love yarn. So today I want to share with you the newer things that I've made this summer, which was a little bit more in depth and detail, and a labor of love that went in with these makes. And so let me, sorry, let me grab the book. So I fell in love with this, and I just had to get it and try my hand at making this creature. So I got this book at Barnes and Noble. It was the price was up there. What was the price? Oh, 28.95 is what I paid before taxes. But oh, they have so many creatures that you can make. That's just a little sample of what they have in this book. Crochet creatures of myth and legend. There's 19 designs, easy cute critters to legendary beasts. And the author or the creator of these patterns is Megan Lapp, creator of Crafty Intentions. So she is also, you can find her on, I think, Facebook and YouTube. So yeah, I this pattern is for a more intermediate um, pattern, because it has so many twists and turns and different stitches that I've never heard of. So it was very challenging, to say the least, but I powered through it, and I want to share that I made these. Not the exact colors, but I was really excited to make them. So with further ado, let's get on with the video. So my very first dragon that I made, I was still learning the curve on really understanding all the parts, because I'm telling you, there was a lot of parts in this dragon, and I was learning as I crocheted through it. And so the first one, it it has some um, faults. Anyway, I'm going to show you. So here he is. I didn't name him, but this is my very first one. And the wings can be, you know, posed. There's wire in the wing, so to give it structure, so they're just not flapping, you know, just hanging. And then there's wire through the neck and through the body, and there's wire to all the feet and back feet, and there's wire in the tail. Now, I didn't put a decorative, I don't know what you call it, flare to the tail. I'll probably add that later. But because this one is my first one, I'm keeping this one. And of course, it's purple, so purple's my favorite color. And so, yeah, this was a labor of love. I've got the big, huge acrylic eyes, and they're the dragon eyes. I don't know if this is going to pick up. I should put my lights on. I don't have my lights on. Hold on. Oh. Anyway, lights are not in use right now. But I don't know if this camera's picking it up. Like I said, it was my first one. The legs are a little bit wonky because, like I said, as you make this dragon, you have to work around and around, and then there's added stitches, deleted stitches, and it's very important to get those stitches either in the back or the front of the foot. So I didn't know that at first, and it didn't really explain that part in the pattern. But you can message her to get an explanation of that. And I made the breastplate. So if you have loose tension or tight tension, it's going to affect how this works out, because you only want it to go maybe about right here, but for some reason mine went a little bit longer. And then she also tells you to keep the footing flat, to use the flat marbles to give it more stance, so it stands flatter. I thought that was ingenious, so that's what I did. And I made the horns. Horns were really easy to make. Cute. They naturally shape that way. And the ears. And then around the eye. This was a little bit tricky, but use your own judgment and how to stitch that around. Because this was made this way, and then this way, right? Yes, this was the open end, and you connect the two yarn tails to complete it. I wish you could see the eyes. Yeah, you could see it there. I don't know why my camera is going dark. Probably because I'm getting too close to the camera, maybe. And then you make the this what do they call it? Scales, I guess that's what you call them. And then I used just acrylic yarn, and it has the sparkle in the yarn. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera or not. offhand, I don't remember the yarn that I used. I didn't think that one through. But, oh Lord, without making a mess. So that's showing blue in the camera, but this is actually purple. How do I make it look like it's purple? That's strange. Anyway, it is purple, not blue. I think I picked that up at Michael's. I don't remember the yarn name because I had my grandson ball them up on my yarn baller, my yarn machine. But anyway, yep, so that was my first one. And he took like almost 3 weeks to make because, you know, I can only do so much crocheting. Sitting and stuff, I have to rest and then come back at it. So the most I've crocheted maybe 3 or 4 hours in one sitting, and then I have to stop and rest. So that was my first one. The second one that I made, I said, well, okay, I want to do a different color. So I made a pink one, pink and white, all the pinks. And so my dragon, I didn't put these lines in. So I put them both on the bottom and the top, where she only shows you to put it on the bottom. But when I did that, you could see the stitching coming through to the top. So I added the top. So yeah. He's a little wonky because he was up in storage, but isn't he cute? The legs came out a little bit better, not as chunky and short. And then he's got the dragon eyes. Ooh, okay, you can see right there. They're kind of like, oh no, this one's crystal eyes. I'm sorry, I used the crystal. The glitter eyes on these. So they're supposed to have like a slit kind of look, like they're ferocious. And again, I use the glittery yarn, and then I gave this one like a spade finial or on the tail. So yeah, this one maybe took me 2 weeks because I had an idea what I was doing. And again, this is acrylic yarn. I think I got this at actually Walmart, this stuff. So yeah, again, I don't know the what yarns I did use because the labels are already gone. And then I put my little label, K-May Crochet. So anyway, I made that one. And then I decided to make one like that with different eyes. Aren't those eyes cool? I ordered these on Amazon. You can look up dragon eyes on there. And yeah. So he came out pretty cool. Again, you can move these, shape them. Like he was in storage, so. And I did a little different chest plate on him. But yeah, this one went way, 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 way past. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You can make them shorter, longer. I just went with it. I didn't feel like frogging half of it and redoing it. So, and then again, he's got the spade tail. with the scale back. And they're supposed to have these, they look like fingers of a bat. I thought that was kind of cool. Cool. Yeah. And again, he probably took maybe less than 2 weeks because I was really cranking him out then. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna make one, and I love making them, as you can tell. I wanted to keep going and making different colors and stuff to offer for sale for people. You know, I didn't want to just stop and do something else and come back to it because then it'll my mind doesn't work as well as it used to. I can't remember all the steps to making these. So once I put it down, then it takes me a while to get back in the swing of making them. So this last one, because we were in the month of February when I made this, and this one's a little bit special. He's my heart dragon. Again, you can lift up his wings. He's got the heart flares. He's got the heart. Let's see. He's upside down. The heart tip of the tail. And then these are all hearts. They're like ruffles, but they're supposed to be shaped like hearts. So, and then the heart chest plate. Very cute. And then he's got now these are the dragon eyes, and they've got the scale colored of the eyes. I think that's picking it up. Yeah, right there, all the different colors, but it looks like scale in the eyes, like a snake or a lizard. Oh, you can really see it there. But yeah, I fell in love with these. And there's more things I want to make in that book, but trying to find the time to do this a quiet time because this household can get a little bit noisy, if you know what I mean, with grandkids and such. So yeah, so let's see, what page is that? I got a lot of notes that I took just to remind me so I can understand what I did, when, and why the pattern was doing what it was doing. So yeah, you can make them sit or lay or stand. In all mine stand. I like the way they look when they stand. So I did find this book last week at Hobby Lobby, or was it Michael's? Either way, check those places out for this book, and yeah, it just kind of gives you step by step. I don't want to show too much of the eyes. One actually looked like a rooster, and I'm like, nah. Yeah, and then it kind of shows you the yeah, dragon back scales, and you can mix and mingle them. And there's the one that had the heart, but anyway, and then it tells you kind of like how to put them together. step by step. I mean, it was very thorough. Uh, and then I would like to make the Kraken. Yeah, there's so many other patterns in here. And this is the feather serpent. Isn't he cool? That would be cool to make. So, what else? Oh, the owl griffin. Kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. But there's so many. Oh, the phoenix. Oh gosh, yeah. So fun. I get really excited, motivated, get my Crojo back when I see things like this. It really motivates me to want to pick up my crochet hook. And then here's the, what are these? Unicorn? Yeah, unicorns. So cute. I love how the bodies are thinner than what I've seen on other YouTube channels. Oh, what is this? This is a unicorn. I almost said this is a Pegasus, but he's got the horn. Yeah. But in the that's the back of the book. The front of the book are the smaller wingless griffin. What else? What's a good one? Oh, a little baby dragon. So cute. I'm so excited. This could keep me busy for a whole year. But there's other things that I want to do. And so the next one that I want to show you, my other projects that I've made, and I'll show the first one first. So I found this pattern in, oh, where did I get this Care Bear pattern from? Hold on a minute. I'm so unorganized today. Oh, Lord. Okay. Care Bear. So the pattern is by Alina and Roxana, who live in Romania. And they have an Instagram, and it's www.instagram.com/peekaboo toys. PEKABOTOYS. Can barely read my handwriting, but it was downloaded, and I don't have my printer. I have to buy another printer, but I wrote it in my book, which is getting full. So my first one was a Share Bear. He's cute. So, of course, you know, your first one is always like a learning curve. And I didn't quite understand the neck issue because it has you do the head and then the body separate. And then you sew in the legs and you sew in the feet. And then you sew this on with their little emblem. And then the muzzle is sewed on. And then as well the ears, and the ears are double layered of crochet, so that makes them really thick to stand. But it was saying that you put the head to the body. Well, the head was just head. There was no neck. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to give the body a little bit of, a couple of rounds. And then this is open still inside. And it says as you stitch it closed, you add more stuffing. So I tried cinching up the neck because the neck was actually longer and it didn't look like a Care Bear anymore. So that was my first one I made, Share Bear. So cute. And the second one I made, guess what color? Give you a guess. Purple. So this is Share Bear. His face is a little bit sideways, but these are lollipops. At first I didn't know what they were until she explained that you make these little circular with chain and then you sew it onto the breastplate. Isn't it cute? So this time I did exactly what the pattern said. You know, always you have to sometimes have to trust the pattern. And this time I did. So you make the feet, make the hands, and as you're going around, you sew them in. Cute. And I made the rainbow. These, yeah, these I made. I painted like a rainbowy glitter with that resin paint. That was so much fun. And then there's the back, and then I got my tag. So there's 8 of them in the pattern pack, all different colors: pinks, blue, green. So I'm excited to continue with those. I had to stop because we moved here and everything was chaotic, and so I want to continue that. So, all the things that I've showed you, I have listed on my eBay shop, and it's under K. May Crochet. So, you may have to, because I'm still at the bottom of that as well as YouTube until my algorithm picks up and more people start searching my eBay store. You may have to go in, like a specific, like Care Bear, purple Care Bear, or the dragons to bring me up. And then once you do that, go ahead and click this. There's a heart to save me on eBay. So if I list anything new, you'll get an alert on that as well. So anyway, oh my gosh, I've never been in here this long, almost 30 minutes. It's 28 minutes. But anyway, this was the last one. They got me caught up. I do my next episode, because we're going into the Halloween swing of things. I did make some Halloween makes, and I created my own pattern. So I might be sharing that as well. I might do a tutorial on that. And I also want to do a yarn haul. Some yarn that I've found that was brand new, and I'd like to share that with my next video. So if you like this kind of content, and just sorry, if you like this kind of content, click the subscribe bell, share it with others, give me a thumbs up, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye, guys. Have a great day.